Before Dre left the group, he called you.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
A little different because he called me early in the morning, and I remember him saying, "I'm gone." At the time, I don't know what he was talking about. You gone? I'm gone. And then he said, "Yeah, I'm gone. Are you coming?" I said, "Oh, okay. I'll get back with you." That's what I said, and I didn't give him an answer till 2019. So that was unanswered for 30 years because I didn't have an answer. He's leaving, but at the time, I didn't know he was leaving. So when he left, and by the time I realized, like, what's going on? I'm there stuck in the middle. Like, I didn't pick to stay with E. I just didn't answer Dre. I should have went with him, but I didn't. So I'm just there, and E's here. I'm just with E. I didn't pick him, but I have nothing against either one of them. So I was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, dang if I do, dang if I don't. So I just end up staying. And I just stayed with E for the last 3 years. So, I didn't pick no sides. I didn't pick this. Nah. I should have left, but I didn't. And that's just all the answer was.
What was the conversation like in 2019?
A little different. Nah, a little different. He just wondered why, why my choice. I said, I didn't make a choice. I was like, put in that choice. I didn't decide not to go or decide to stay with him. He was just wondering what my answer was. And that was my answer. I didn't have an answer. 30 years later, I didn't have an answer. I was just young, like, don't know what's really going on, so.
Probably rather just see them work it out and work together, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I just like, okay, whatever, but yeah, I didn't have an answer when he called me that morning.
I guess Eazy played a joke on you one time, and he wrote you a check with Mickey Mouse.
Wow, I remember that. The check was for $90,000, I remember. I just finished her album, Yo More Marky. I just finished the album, and I was in the studio already. They came up there to give me a check. And me, I just get the check and fold it up and put it in my pocket. I didn't think nothing about it. So when I get to the bank, the lady looking at me funny, like, do you know this person? I'm like, no, who? She pointed at the check. Mickey Mouse. I could have just killed him. I was like, are you serious? I'm like, really? And this was like a day later because I didn't go to the bank. I was still in the studio. I went to the bank the next month. I'm like, I had to wait another day to catch him for the real check. I'm like, okay, you got jokes. That was funny though.
Did he laugh at you?
Yeah, I could have just socked him one time.
Was he known for doing jokes like that?
I mean, not really. No, not really. He wasn't no jokester or nothing, but that was funny. Yeah, he got me on that one.
Do you have any other stories about him doing pranks like that on people?
I mean, not that. I remember one time he asked me to ride with him. I said, all right. He really didn't want to ride with E because E would have you out all day. Back then it wasn't cell phones. It was pagers. So I remember he said, ride with me. Okay, we rolled to this house, I remember. He said, I'll be right back. Wait, hold up. What do you mean you be right back? I'll be right back. I was like, all right. So he disappeared. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I know this game. You ain't gonna have me here for 2 hours. So I looked at the house right there, I'm like, I know this house. I get out the car, I'm going to the porch, I'm like, I've been here before. I knew it. So I knocked on the door and voila, it's the girl I knew. But the moral to the story is, the next day I had to go to the doctor to get the shot.
No way.
I was so mad at him. I'm like, seriously, I catch something from this girl and hanging out with you. If I wouldn't have been with you, I wouldn't have caught nothing from the girl. I was like, this girl is hot as fire.
No way. Wow.
That was funny.
So you'd already been with her before.
Yeah, but I didn't catch nothing before, so evidently she must have just caught something. Or I was like, ah. That was funny. I was mad at him for a week on that one.
When was he surprised that you knew her?
Well, when he came out, I had already came back. So I said, hey, I went in. I told you that. How do you know whoever? I can't remember the girl name. He said, but I didn't know this girl or whoever. I was like, wow, that was funny.
Okay. At one point, Eazy-E signs Bone. What was that like?
I remember meeting them. It was in maybe '93 or early '94, I think. We did a show. Yeah, '94. We did a show in Cleveland. I remember us being backstage before we performed, and I was talking to E back then. He left somewhere, and these 5 guys came up, and they started singing and rapping. I'm like, what the? That was unheard of, singing and rapping or whatever they was doing. I was like, and I'm thinking in my mind, who is it? What is they doing? But then E came back. I said, hey, why don't y'all go talk to him? And I sent them over there. And when we got back off of them few shows we did, they was in LA. Just like that, and started recording. And they was on Ruthless right then. I was like, these the same guys I was like, wow. But they was like us. They was different. They was ahead of their game. There wasn't nobody else doing what they was doing at all. And that's how they just caught on real fast.
Were you surprised that they got as big as they were?
Not really, because they were so different. Because I did a couple of tracks on their first EP.
For the Love of Money, right?
For the Love of Money, the song called Mo Cheese on it, that was on there too, and the intro of the EP. Even though I didn't get the credit for a couple of them, but I did them, so I didn't know they was gonna be big, but they had a different sound. They were just totally different. Different from everybody. Just like when we came out. We was different from the East Coast. Totally different. So they just blew up right then.
Mm. At one point, one of them got locked in a bathroom in the studio or something?
Yeah, that was, matter of fact, that was when we was doing the intro of that EP. I remember. He was gone for like 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours. And he was in the bathroom in the dark. All he had to do was turn the doorknob.
Really?
All he had to do was turn the doorknob. But he tore the bathroom up. Broke the mirrors, tore the bathroom up. He could not get out the bathroom. Don't ask me what he was on. And no, because we in the studio, the control room. So you can't hear nothing going on in the bathroom. And he was back there. Nobody had to use the bathroom about 4 hours. And I guess when Donovan, the engineer, went back there, I let him out. Somebody came into the bathroom.
No way.
Don't ask me. What was he on?
So you don't even know how, or you guys didn't notice he was gone?
Not really, because we were so busy. I forgot I was coming up with the track, whatever I was doing, and nobody really noticed it. And he tore the bathroom completely up.